Yo, it's Kevin Trades. Welcome back to another weekly recap and outlook for DAX, the German index. So let's just get straight into it. As you can see, this is the weekly candle. We opened at 23,335.2 and closed at 23,266.6. Pretty much a doji candle. If we go into the daily, we had a bullish, doji, bearish, bearish, bearish. So yeah, last week I did say I wanted buys. You can see one of my draws got hit. I also said that if we close below this daily low, I would be bearish. So Monday kind of opened with a gap down, and we took the drawn liquidity straight away. We rebalanced higher, and then from there we just closed below it. So I'm pretty much bearish. First things first, we got to check the news. Obviously, Monday and Tuesday, no news. Wednesday, we had CPI, Thursday, unemployment claims. And then Friday, we had job openings at 2 p.m. and 12:30 p.m. core PCE price index and prelim GDP, which is pretty good. This week, there was really good opportunity, which we can get into right now. So, Monday, London session. So, as soon as market open, we leave this huge gap. New week opening gap. We can mark this out. Sure, why not? Let's make it orange. If you go into the daily, I'm gonna just show you. We took this draw straight away, which is nice. After we sweep this draw, it is a weekly and a monthly and a 3 monthly low. So as soon as we did that, we kind of expect buys because we swept a low. So London session opened. We were not really bullish on London session. We were bearish on all time frames. However, we left behind this inverse and this bullish fair value gap, which got tapped at 7 a.m. And then from there, we just kind of reacted higher. We did have nice reactions off of like this fair value gap here. And what do we call it? It kind of got disrespected here, but you can see how we reacted off of it. Lower the hour was 8:15, which is nice. If you just go into 5, you can see we kind of just accumulated and then finally broke higher, and then again accumulation and broke higher. Obviously, your draw would have been for this gap to get filled, which is fine. We still have gaps above. So for example, last week's gap still yet to get tapped, which is interesting. So it'd be a good draw for the future. Obviously, what's going on in the world right now, price action is not as normal. But yeah, so I think the best trade here would have been 7 a.m. off of the hourly breaker, which was just a fair value up, and the inverse right here. But you could have got opportunity here at 10 where price started to move. I'm pretty sure we just broke past this high, left behind this fair value up, and we left behind this fair value up, which just got respected. Yeah, this pretty much comes into New York session where we inverse this and then we react off of it pretty much. But London session, not much we couldn't really call if in this accumulation. I know 11 a.m. opened here, accumulated, came down, reswept it. That was the low of the 4 hour. 3 p.m. however did have a good opportunity. If I just mark this out, boom, reswept it here at 4. Or is it 5:30? Just look at this in the 4 hour. You can see that the 6 p.m. candle just pumps and just takes that draw straight away, which is nice to see. And then yeah, we just also just tapped into a 4 bullish fairly up at this 3 p.m. candle. If I mark this out and make it blue, boom, and that is here. So here is a pretty nice trade at New York session, and you could have just got off of this 5-minute inverse perfectly. 5-minute bullish fairly up, 3 p.m. accumulated, reswept the low, and then from there we just pumped. So yeah, pretty decent move, 500 points. I did have these levels for buys, which you can see this first level got tapped, gave a good reaction, and we just kind of accumulated. But we'll get into that. Obviously, if you just mark out highs on the 4 hour, this is a 4 hour week high. Boom, boom. This was high of the week. So if you go into the daily, this was Friday high getting swept, which is nice to see. This also looks a bit like a Wyckoff. So this will be my next draw, of course. But Yeah, that was pretty much Monday, Tuesday, London session right here. Monday and Tuesday, no news. We did pretty much accumulate for a bunch of this week, so price action wasn't the best, but London session on Tuesday was pretty good. I remember because we did come and sweep a few lows before going up. Right here, where was it? Set London low, boom, and we tapped this fair value gap. Oops, here. But we pretty much just resweep this and reversed, but pretty bad price action considering there was no news, but again, state of the world, pretty bad. So yeah, after we took London low, this buy off of London low is pretty good. 200 points, more than enough. In the 1 minute, I'm pretty sure you could have caught this off of like an inverse. This fairly up here. I think this is coming up to 3 p.m. as well. Boom, 3 p.m. Let me mark out 3 p.m. Reversed off of this, came back down, and then came back up. So again, not bad. And then this was just a 15-minute bullish fairly up. So again, this 15-minute bullish fairly up was nice. London low getting swept was nice, and catching this momentum move up would have been nice as well. Good draw would have been high of the day. As you can see here, got swept, got reswept because it's double highs, and that held us high of the week, Tuesday, 5 p.m., which is not bad. Wednesday, I will get into Wednesday. So yeah, that was high of the week, just a 4-hour week high getting swept. Wednesday, London session. So after that, you'd be looking for sells. Nice inverse here. Boom. 7 a.m. was really good this week, probably because we had so the US, we had, what's it called, daylight savings. So New York session was actually at 1:30, which I didn't mention. So yeah, that's probably why price action looks different. So New York session would have been here, for example, 2 o'clock. That would have been New York session at 1:30. So New York session opens, we come down. This 2 p.m. would have actually been 3 p.m. Same thing here. So 2 p.m. This London low getting swept at 2 p.m. would have actually been 3 p.m. And yeah, that's kind of what you see here, I think. Yep. So here the forward candle opens at 2 p.m. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, it was just a forward bullish fairly up. Kind of accumulating it a lot, failed to break past this high, and then we reversed, which is nice to see. Once we disrespected this fairly up off of here with this candle, we kind of reversed back into it, tapped into this fairly up, and then went down. But that was on Wednesday. So Wednesday sells were really nice. If you get into that, so London session, although London session shouldn't have changed because daylight saving hours in the Europe is still 8 a.m. So London session is still 8 a.m. for Europe. So it's interesting to see that it was an hour early. Price was moving, but price comes down, taps the buy level, comes up. 11 a.m. candle opens, we come down, and then a new forward candle. New York sessions at 1:30. We come up, resweep it. This sweep here was pretty nice considering we were bearish on the hourly. Off of this breaks here, we tap this 1 hour failure up, tap the 1 hour inverse hourly weak high getting swept, and then we just reverse. We come for a few draws here on Monday's low. So yeah, this move here is pretty nice. So after this sweep, we just come back up, tap a 0.6 perfectly, and then reverse off of that. Again, that's just an hourly weak high getting swept at pretty much 2 p.m., which would have been 3 p.m. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Going into Thursday, 8 a.m. After reacting off of this, which was just, I would consider this just being the new weekly opening up. But why is this here? Boom. Also want to delete a bunch of this. Boom. You can see this new weekly opening up. Even though we gap down, we're just kind of staying in this range at 23.5k, even right now, which is fine. Just delete this. But yeah, London session, we were actually bearish on the 1 hour, but we did inverse this, so I would have been bullish. On the 15-minute, we were just reacting off of Fibonacci ups, as you can see right here. At 7:30 again, price starts moving at 7 a.m. and then taps OTE here off of this high. On the 30-minute, this was clean, as you can see, and this was 11:30. This forward candle, which opens at 10 now, which is interesting. And then yeah, but New York session, but pretty choppy the entire week, which was not nice. It didn't really do much. You could have caught this sell down a bit lower to London lows. And then yeah, I will delete these levels because they didn't really react except for was it London session here? We kind of bomb ticked it here, this Fibonacci up. I actually caught this buy, ran quite a bit, and again just tapped off of this OTE, and then yeah, that's pretty much Thursday. And then Friday was actually nice. Again, look at this disgusting price action. Mark out 8 a.m. and I'll mark out 2 p.m. So them are like the two hourly candles that we trade. You can see the reactions between them. So yeah, low of the day did hold at 8:30, which is perfect timing for low of the day. Is also OTE off of this high, perfect OTE. We also swept this low. So on the hourly, this is the hourly week low. We come down, sweep this, and then we also have this 1 hour week, 1 hour inverse fair value up. This here was a nice trade. You could have even limited this, limited the hourly inverse, and then we react off of this. But yeah, low of the day held at 825, and then we invest this 5-minute fairly up, 5-minute bullish fairly up here. Just respected that. Nice EQ taps along the way. I think this one was very nice here. So yeah, this trade here till high of the day was very nice because we also gapped down. I think if you look at Friday's open, we gapped down, came up, and then high of the day here was at 120. So you could have caught this move up, like 300-point move up to high of the day, even the top of this range. So OTE from the top of the range is 400 points. After we took high of the day, we took this high, pretty much equal highs here. Oopsie daisy. We also took this high here, and from there we just kind of reversed. So this high here for me is a strong high. Why? Because this high sweeps this and it breaks below here. And if we draw out OTE from here, it is pretty much top ticking it, which is perfect. You'll have to see that. And then yeah, and then we came down, edge low of the day, and yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much Friday. The best days for me would probably Monday and Friday. Monday would being the buy up from Monday being the buy up from the new week opening up, and then Friday being the buy up and then the sell down. So yeah, let's just have a look quickly what the sell did after sweeping that and then tapping OTE. We kind of just reversed book structure, and then we inverse this fair value gap and give a nice reaction here, close enough to 50%. On the 1 minute, we kind of just reacted off of this 1 minute fair value gap perfectly. So yeah, Friday was pretty clean with the buy and with the sell, which is nice. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I did remove all drawings, which is fine. My draws being now would be bearish. So like I said, with this high getting swept as high of the week, I kind of expect this to be a strong high as well. So I'll put a white line here for a strong high. Draws being Friday low. Pretty much equal lows right now. We should take this relatively soon. I am making this video quite late. I just want to take this low, and then we also have a gap here which we edged. I want to tap this gap as well. So them are my 3 draws. Where do I want to sell from? High of the week being Monday could hold aside the week. Right now, if you look at today's price action, because it is Monday, we kind of like opened, gapped up. If we look at today's open, let's just put power of 3 on. Nice indicator. You can see we kind of just opened, came down, went up. We tapped into a hourly inverse, I'm guessing. Yep, hourly inverse, and then an hourly bearish fairly up, and that's good reaction at 1 a.m. If it's 1:15, I'm very interested. It's pretty much 1 o'clock. That's fine. So yeah, draws would have been for me Friday's low. Where do I want sells from? I think a good level for sells is off of this order block because you sweep this high, break past this low. So sells, I want anywhere in here. I'll make this a purple fair value gap. Boom. Sells off of this. Best case scenario, we just do something like this. And yeah, it's pretty much it. I do want to say if price breaks past this high, 24K, I am bullish, and then we can start coming for this new week opening up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Levels being, I'll just put a level in this middle of this value up. Boom, boom, 23.5, 97.3. Yep, I'm happy with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any more draws? Nope. That's my level, and them are my draws. But I'm looking primarily for sells. Reason being is because I did say I'm bearish once we break past here, and we did close below it last Friday. So Monday again should like showcase the rest of the week. We did have CPI, which again was pretty anticlimactic. Last week was it? On Wednesday. If I go into Wednesday, we can have a look at what that did. But that was kind of, it was just manipulation, and then we came to take that news high leg, and then yeah, tapped OTO for that on Friday, and then sold off. So I am bearish for next week, and then these are my draws, and that is my level. It'd be nice to rebalance this wick, so I might even add another level on Friday's wick. If I just do this, boom, I will add one more level here. 23,650. That's fine. Oopsie daisy, boom. 23,650. There we go. What have I just done? No, thank you. And there we go. But yeah, that's the DAX recap. Keep it clean and simple. Here are my draws. Looking for sells. If you break past this high, I will be targeting here on all-time highs, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep it clean and simple, and see you next week.